a digital place to explore deep blue space. It is Earth Week, and this is meant to be a time for us to reflect on environmental issues and bring our solutions to the forefront of those thoughts, as well as celebrate the amazing planet that we are very lucky to call home. This is, of course, in preparation for Earth Day, which is on April 22nd every year and is coming up really soon. So the first Earth Day was celebrated in 1970, when 20 million Americans went outside in order to demonstrate for the fact that they believed in having a more eco-conscious and sustainable future. It was started by a senator from Wisconsin in response to what was then the largest oil spill in history, an accident that spilled 100,000 gallons of crude oil into the waters around Santa Barbara. Unfortunately, the scale and frequency of these environmental issues has only accelerated, and the threats of climate change are no longer in our distant future and are very much in our present. In light of this, the theme of this year's Earth Day is Invest in Our Planet. And there are a lot of different ways every one of us can do that. We can participate in local cleanups, reduce our consumption of single-use plastics, adopt more plant-based diets, invest in sustainable fashion, grow plants that feed pollinators, advocate for climate education, and support businesses that are working to make a difference. Smart companies are discovering that it's no longer a choice between going green and growing long-term profits. It's actually both together. Sustainability is the path to prosperity. A green future is a prosperous one. And not just a green one, but a blue one too. We need to do everything possible to protect the ecosystems that make up this blue heart and lungs of our planet. After all, the ocean is responsible for producing more than half of the oxygen in our atmosphere, so every other breath we take is made possible by the sea. Not by the sea directly, of course, but by the multitude of marine organisms that live in the water, photosynthesizing and producing oxygen as they grow. For example, Prochlorococcus is the smallest photosynthetic organism on Earth, and it is responsible as a marine cyanobacterium for producing more than 20% of the oxygen in our entire biosphere. It's very impressive. And it's not just oxygen production we need to pay attention to, but also carbon sequestration. I'm talking about blue carbon. Blue carbon is carbon that comes from coastal and marine ecosystems, places like seagrass beds, mangroves, salt marshes, and kelp forests, places that hang on to carbon more than they release it, a place that we call a carbon sink. Now this is important because although they are much smaller in size than the planet's forests, they can sequester carbon at a much faster rate and can do so for millions of years. Now this is not to say that it's more important to protect marine ecosystems than it is terrestrial ones, but we need to do both in tandem. Bolstering all of these carbon storing habitats is one of the key components of nature-based solutions to climate change. So whether it's hiking in an actual terrestrial forest or going on a dive in a kelp forest, whether it's supporting organizations that restore meadows or seagrass meadows, if you're planting a maple or planting a mangrove, green or blue, look for ways to protect the places that quite literally breathe life into our planet, and look for ways that you can reduce your impact on the natural world. Our choices matter, and together we must make a positive difference in our impact on Earth. Now, if you want to find out more about what you can do, I'd recommend going to check out earthday.org, as well as some of the other links that I included in the description below. That's it for now. Happy Earth Day. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.